Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's the 14th of August. It's a Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Let me say thank you to Sonar Fashions in Tamale for my outfit. And you can call him on 0246 590-162. That's 0246 590-162, and he will respond and make something special for you and yours. 0246 590-162. That's the number, the magic number to call, and I'm sure you thank me later. To all our friends out there, our trot drivers, our taxi drivers, our Uber, our Bolt, our Yango drivers out there, to all of you who spend time to listen to us while driving to work, some of you who wait to for us to signal you to know that, I'm running late, I need to leave home, and those who watch on your phones and other gadgets, thank you very much indeed. Please continue spreading the word. It's important that you do. Today is the penultimate day. Tomorrow will be the funeral for the departed 8 gallant Ghanaians who lost their lives in that tragic helicopter crash. And I saw a statement from the Ghana Armed Forces admonishing all of us to be very circumspect in how we contribute to the national discourse and the speculations and all of that. It is in the right direction. But as a student of communication, I can only say to the Ghana Armed Forces that if you leave space, people will fill the space for you. If you don't lead the conversation and you leave space, people will fill the space with conspiracy theories for you. I repeat, if you leave space, people will fill the space for you. If you do not lead the conversation, people will fill the space with conspiracy theories. So you have to be able to tell your own story. You have to tell your own story because, first of all, some of us have information, but we are very measured in the kind of information we put out there because we are so much aware of what we call D-notices and the ethical standards of the job. Not everybody has his head properly screwed on his neck, as some of us have. So some of us, some of our colleagues and bloggers and whatnot would come on air and spill the beans without being measured as to what could be really endangering the entire country called Ghana. People are there saying how many aircrafts we have functional, how many we don't have that is not functional, etc. No. So if you don't lead the conversation, people will fill the space for you. That is why there is a whole public affairs directorate of the Ghana Armed Forces. It's a tri-service department. So lead the space. I know there are professionals in there. Lead the space, lead the conversation. If you leave the space, people will fill the space for you. That I can tell you for sure. It is pretty much the same way as Ghanaians, we try to be the coach. 30 million coaches whenever the Black Stars are playing, or whenever the Black Queens are playing, or whenever any national team is playing, we all become coaches suddenly. So lead the conversation. Leave nothing to chance and assume that it is, because we all don't have military training. We all do not have military training. You have the military training. And per your military training, you don't expect that what you know, the general citizens, civilians know. No. So you have to lead the conversation. If you don't lead the conversation, yesterday was 1 week after the incident. How many updates have we had from the Ghana Armed Forces? Measure that with the number of updates we have had from the presidency. People are eager to know the results of the investigations. People are eager to know what could have really happened or what really happened. People want to know. So if you are seeking external support and external support is getting positive feedback, put it on a proper letterhead and put it out there. Not many of the Gen Zs who want to feed into the conspiracy theories want to read letterhead stuff. You have social media pages, authorized and authenticated social media pages. Put the information out there. Catch them on X, catch them on Twitter, catch them on Facebook, catch them on Instagram, catch them on Threads. Fill the space. If not, the people will fill the space for you. That's my 2 cents. Free PR consultancy for you. And while we talk about that, somebody said, oh, why couldn't we have used the police helicopters, blah, blah, blah. Those helicopters that were bought for us, they belong in the museum. Ever since we brought those helicopters down into this country, have you ever seen, heard, or even had a whisper that the police have flown those helicopters before? They belong to the museum. We wasted money. We wasted our time. We spent money on PR. We spent money on everything. And we bought stuff that were fit for the museum. So the police should activate a museum and put those 3 helicopters in there. It's a shame that you're going to buy stuff, and we have been advocating for the police. Look, when I stand here to talk about the security service, I talk about it with a lot of pride and pain. Their allowances for their accommodation. How do we even, as a nation, come together to say the allowances or the accommodation of these security people has to be in arrears? And everybody is cool about it. The policeman, the prisons officer, the fire service officer, the immigration officer, the customs officer. How do we even begin to think that it is okay if we keep their accommodation allowance away from them? We are supposed to be providing them with accommodation as a state. But because we are inadequate in that direction or in that province, we have decided that we will give them money so they can find accommodation. And then we decide that we will hold on to their money. When was the last time the Ghana Prison Service was retooled? We're talking about army retooling, which is good. But when was the last time the Ghana Prison Service was retooled? We carry everything, we give it to police. But when the police arrest people and they take them to court, they hand them over to the Ghana Prison Service, who have to keep them away from society and reform them. When was the last time we retooled the Ghana Prison Service? Oh no, let's have a frank conversation. When was the last time? President Mills's time. So the presidents after President Mills, what did they do for the Ghana Prison Service? When was the last time we bought new fire tenders for the Ghana National Fire Service? And we always have people, when the police comes to a site and they are on their usual operation, nobody dictates to them how they should go about their duties. When the army comes out there and they are doing their operation, nobody tells them how to do their work. When the fire service comes out there, even though they are a paramilitary institution, everybody thinks that they have the right to tell them how to fight fire. They think it's Coal-Pot fire. Because we have made them inadequate. I remember so well when Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum's property, just a few meters away from here, got burnt, the Gold Coast area. Prince Billy Anaglate of the Ghana National Fire Service, he said they needed choppers. When we got money to buy choppers, who did we buy the choppers for? When we got money to buy the choppers, did we buy proper choppers? And who did we buy the choppers for? The people who requested for the choppers did not get. And we bought 19 Kojo choppers fit for a museum. So the Ghana Police Service should open a museum, put the choppers in there, and then activate it so that people can come, pay money small, so that we can get money to go and buy a proper chopper. And whoever was involved in that procurement, because my understanding is that the procurement of those choppers for the Ghana Police Service never made it to Parliament. Whoever had a hand in the procurement of those choppers, Operation Recover or Loot, go to them and collect our money for us. No, go to them and collect our money for us. When I talk about Ghana's money, I talk about it from the perspective of the market woman who goes to count oranges, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they said it's 100 or ha. Now going to retail it over a long period of time before they can get some money, and every single day they either paying some 2 cedi or some 1 cedi or some 5 cedis as lampo or whatever it is to a local assembly, and so their profit is literally halved. Their money is what I'm talking about. Their money is what we gather to go and say we are going to buy a chopper for the Republic of Ghana, and we go and buy grandmother and grandfather choppers. The height of wickedness is personified in those choppers that we bought. The height of wickedness is personified in those choppers we bought. Look, let me take you back into time. Today is Thursday, we'll throw back. Senior David, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former president of the Republic, and President John Dramani Mahama, ex-president, now president again. They were on a program on TV3 called Hot Issues back in the day. Listen to the conversation, please.
Somebody you don't know, you've met 4 years ago, is the only person who is a man of integrity in our country. Everybody else is a pork or a thief.
Well, we'll have to fix the sound.
Has been extremely
because it's not playing here. We'll get that video back. And I want to go back to that conversation. I want you to just pay attention and listen to, that conversation. Just pay attention and listen small.
We're interested in the people who can perform. And what we are saying.
And listen small to that conversation. This is our country. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to drive through. Look, find me if you can play that. Find me that Awudome Cemetery, the Streetlight thing. And we've been talking about streetlights. We've been talking about streetlights, and the Queen of Kings, COP Donko of the Ghana Police CID. I remember when she briefed the president, she said that security ought to be intensified around the Awudome, Gimpa, and other areas. Yesterday, I was at 8:12 or 8:15 thereabout. I drove through Awudome, as if by special design. The street lights are fixed, and it doesn't travel beyond 1 week, 2 weeks. The street light goes off. I don't know why. People's bags are snatched here. People are marked with a knife here. All manner of illicit activity happens here. Some people have even turned it into a mechanic shop, and they are running their own business. So you drive from Nima Junction, and then the street lights stop working. You get onto the overpass, there's no street light. Circle Dubai, you are in the dark. So if you have eye problems, night driving will be a problem for you. Then you come all the way down, you branch to your right, it's a problem. But on the main road, after that, when you descend the Circle Dubai, it's all lit nicely until you get to the Abosokan Junction there. That goes to the Dr. Otabel's church, and it becomes all dark again on the Mottry Road. This whole place, I'm using a high resolution, car cam. That's why you can see it this way. But there are no street lights there. A few meters away from this end, going to the St. Teresa's roundabout, you find street lights. So is it deliberate that the people who perpetrate the crime around these areas put the lights off. But also, Madam ordered that security should be intensified at those places. I'm talking about 8 p.m. and beyond. Why would you as a Ghanaian even go and steal street lights and the cables? Why? How hungry are you that street lights and the cables thereof should be stolen by you? What kind of a nation wrecker are you? What kind of a nation wrecker are you? And speaking of nation wreckers, look, take me to the Galamsey site. And let me salute the Ghana Police Service. They've been on a daily operation, seizing excavators. IGP Onu, thank you so much with your team, the Police Management Board, everybody who has been involved. A few, one officer who got hurt, but some suspects have been picked up. Put the images up there. They actually were on a shootout. They were shooting. It's on the screen. They were shooting at the police, and the police were firing back. They ended up arresting them, some of the suspects. This Galamsey business, I can tell you on good authority, that is a whole about. NDC people are doing it. So we go and see some people and say, oh, this is your concession, how much is it? Let me pay you so much and take over, and I can run it because now my people are here. I can make a call or two. It's a whole cabal. And that is why the president has to stamp his feet. The police are doing a lot of work. A lot of work. And we salute them. But if you arrest the people, and they have big men and big women, and they can call them to come and release them, what really have you done? Show me the police officer who was hurt. Quickly, please. Show me the police officer who was hurt. Police officer who had dedicated his life. Show me how look. A very active policeman. Look at it. They hurt him because he dedicated his life to fighting the illegality that we are perpetrating on our state. Show me the other pictures, Francis. The illegality that we're perpetrating on our society. No, let's show it so we can see how he was hurt. The policeman himself affected adversely. So God bless the Ghana Police Service. And I pray that the suspects are dealt with according to the law. As I have always said, look, focus on the big men and big women who sent them into the hole. Focus on the big men and women who sent them into the hole. Focus on them. Here ends my sermon. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. That's 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning.
Talk to me, Abu.
Yes, sir.
Abu, how are you?
I'm fine, Ghana.
Oh, Abu, good to hear from you.
Thank you, sir.
Abu, now this morning I want you to spell Galamsey.
Johnny.
Abu.